We back at it again, y'all, with another Ultra Vegito video. I'm ready for this shit. I'm hyped as fuck. Man, original link to the video gonna be in the description. We on DAO timing, bro. Hey, let's get into it.
Remember, the next episode after this is already up live and
I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready for this, bro. I am hyped.
and available to watch now by over 4,500 incredible fans on the world's largest and highest earning and the waiting. Think I've kept you all waiting long enough. Let the games begin. So our story triumphantly continues with a view of the return of the God Killer, Ultra Vegito. Finally back from his possibly 100 years or more of training. Outside now, finally in the realm of the Elder Gods. As beside him would stand his two slapstick teammates.
Oh my God, this man is about to do some diabolical shit, bro. I can feel it.
Cumber and Shallot, each stretching their arms and massaging their muscles. As it would appear, Cronoa's team was an all-Saiyan affair. Where's he going? Just leave him be, Shallot. He's been talking about this moment for decades. Let him enjoy it. As not soon after his...
You can't tell me niggas ain't get close in there, bro. Like, y'all been together for 100 years. Like, yeah. And I don't know how the fuck Charlotte and Cumber, like, how did they not age or nothing? 100 years, bro? No margin abilities? Like how does that work, bro?
Release, Vegito would lead the other two Saiyans to begin walking solo through to the middle of the stage. And once in the center, looking up towards the stands, the spectators watching him and the combatants, immediately his eyes would dart in every direction in a singular frame, commenting as he does so, "So these are who stand above even Zeno. The Elder Gods, including the one that helped Lucifer. Guess I shouldn't be surprised after seeing Cronoa, but they don't seem so scary."
But like, should this nigga shouldn't he? You know what I'm saying? I'm not like he should be like different. I don't know, bro. Like 100 years, bro. Ain't no way you were completely the same, bro. 100, like, nah.
As in Vegito's sights would of course be the Elder Gods, 7 of them excluding Zeus. As for the first time, the God Killer would get to see who they were, having only previously seen Cronoa, Akobel, and Hera in the past. As each of the Elder Gods would have their own thoughts in silence, but Hera in particular, with his black hair, would just mutter, "So."
Tis the season to score the perfect gift at Dick's. Find top styles from brands like Nike and MaxFly, and trending looks from Adidas, FP Movement, and more. Plus, shop kids' gifts that wow, from bikes to sneakers. Shop in-store or on the Dick's app, and online.
The traitor has...
Yeah. What you mean traitor, nigga? This was the same nigga that was like fucking, what was he like? He was like, "Oh yeah, that Vegeta not special. This Ultra Vegeta not special. My niggas are way better, bro." Alright, bro. We got the real YN nigga. It's Hera nigga, bro. I tell you, bro.
Return. My own creation turning on me. How cliche. But only moments later, Vegito would then eventually turn his head towards the balcony that lays above all, the dark silhouette of a certain old man in view in the distance. as the smirking Vegito would comment, "I stand corrected. This one actually looks the part. The leader of the Elder Gods, eh? Zeus was his name, I believe. I can only imagine what his power level truly is."
That one shit, power down when you talking to me, boy. That shit was wild, dog.
But as Vegito would look at Zeus, Zeus would also meet his gaze, staring down disapprovingly as he would comment,
this nigga disapproving of everything.
Vegito, the version created by Hera, but somehow taken in by Cronoa. Why these gods found this young man so important,
nigga,
I will never...
Nigga, you did too, nigga. You telling your men about him talking about the god killer? Like, nigga, what?
No. But he is why this whole mess of a tournament began. Killing deities, unleashing devils, escaping the demon realm.
That nigga started it all.
His sins are unforgivable.
He not gonna pay.
Along with Akubel.
And the thing is, that nigga probably not gonna pay for them bitches either, bro.
And Cronoa, he is just as guilty. It is only right when they lose, he will die along with them.
But the minute Zeus would calm himself with the thought of Vegito's imminent erasure, suddenly his eye would burst open.
Where did he go? Escaped from my sight!
As the second Zeus would blink when he would reopen, the God Killer would be nowhere to be seen. The stage free of his presence, like he had never even existed in the first place.
What now?
Hey there, blue guy.
Who is who?
But unbelievably, so brazenly, and with
this some animation.
So much confidence, Vegito would be seen back in the stands. And not just anywhere in the stands, but perched like a bird on a seat right in front of Elder God Akubel. As the Saiyan all smiles, like he was seeing an old friend, would whisper out, "Archangel Akubel, we meet again. You remember me, right? You tried to get me killed. Too much for your son, Lucifer, so you tried to help him. And even then, I was just too strong. I trust you've kept him alive, made him stronger too by now. I'd hope so, because me and him have unfinished business, you know." But looking back at Vegito stoically, like he were a mere peasant.
This nigga is a fucking vile villain, bro. And antagonist. He's antagonist, bro.
In his presence, Akubel would just respond, "Impressive speed to get up here like that. I believe I was at this level when I was a child, so good for you. As for Lucifer, let me worry about my son, and you worry about your own life."
Man, you wanted to kill that nigga before this tournament. Shut your ass up.
In this tournament, you're late to the game and have no clue who's here. But trust me, you aren't even the strongest Vegito in this tournament, let alone warrior.
Okay, buddy.
You're not on my radar, and you're no threat to Lucifer anymore. Focus on what Hades has for you.
Let's see.
That boy is not to be underestimated.
I ain't underestimated.
Not the strongest Vegito, nor warrior here. Is that so? But surprisingly, when the God Killer would hear this, only a sadistic excitement would ripple over his expression, as Vegito would continue. To hear you say that, I must have really missed out on a lot after all. I wonder, what kind of fighters you got to see to be so confident?
I'm sorry for I ain't gonna lie, I'm pausing a lot, but did he possibly could have used the earrings to put Comber and Charlotte inside and like, I don't know, spit them? I don't know. Nah, because that's still demon ability, so that probably won't work.
You just made this tournament a whole lot more appetizing for me.
You know what I mean when you say appetizing?
Contestant Vegito!
But this excitement would quickly be broken when from behind, the thunderous voice of Elder God Zeus would yell,
What you about to say?
Return back to the stage at once, or face elimination!
Bro, you said
You
no
have
rules.
been warned.
I guess the match ain't started.
to which the juvenile God Killer would then just turn his head back responding, Yeah, relax old man. You wouldn't want to burst a blood vessel with all that screaming.
I don't know nobody who talked to that nigga Zeus like that before.
As just like that, he would then vanish from the spot, leaving the still unbothered Akabel no more fearful or worried about the God Killer than he was before.
I might be glazing.
Returning back to the stage to stand beside the ready Cumber and Charlotte, with Charlotte commenting, Took you long enough. If you don't mind, save your formalities for after we win this thing. At which point, Zeus would look down again, but this time to the stand, saying,
Elder God Hades, it is time. Bring out your team now before I lose my patience.
No, for real.
Round 4 has been delayed enough.
Of course, Lord Zeus. I'll do just that.
This nigga, bro.
As the nervous youngest elder god Hades would then be seen sweating with his hands behind his head, not willing to make his leader any more angry than he already was. Well, I'll waste no more time then. Here is my contribution to this tournament. Some of my greatest creations.
Who we got?
As giving an eccentric and performative bow before all the gods, he would look towards the arena and yell, Come on out, guys!
This nigga, he too humble, bro. Like, some ain't, like, nah, bro. I ain't trusting it.
Time to show Granny Cronoa just what we can do. As on the stage, a fiery black portal, as if from a gruesome underworld, would then open directly on the arena. And within seconds, 3 entities would jump straight out to the alarm of Vegito and his boys. As the faces of the 3 fighters would then be seen for the very first time. One clad in glass mirror-like armor, the other a bulky man with a stunning moustache, and the last a dark-skinned man with a tribal mask to hide his face. Well, there are no monsters here after all then. Just 3 boys. As standing in full view, the 3 completely different warriors would stare forward at the Saiyans with no fear.
Wrap this up, bro. Wrap this up, bro. What the fuck is this?
Nor idea of who they were. The larger and shorter of the bunch taking point as their apparent leader. But Cronoa looking down would almost have a sorry look when observing them, with her hand under her chin, commenting, "How adorable. Young Hades has grown so much from those little drawings he did. But only 3 fighters? I think he's lying about these being his greatest creation.
Facts.
He's definitely taking the same route Ares did."
Facts, bro. Facts. I thought about that too.
Saving his best for later. Foolish though, he may as well have sent everything he had if he wanted to beat Vegito.
Magnificent! So this is what exists on the outside.
Oh yeah, that nigga been in the fucking white space forever, bro. You know he excited, bro.
As talking of Vegito, the God Killer would look at the 3 far more impressed and excited. His arms folded as he would let out,
"I can sense them already. Beyond the angels, destroyers, and even the demon emperors I fought. Not bad at all, Elder God Hades." "Which of you boys will be first? No, this is not personal. I will pray for your souls when I return to the village."
But soon, the first fighter and supposed leader, named Mahar, would come stomping forward, his first step shaking the stage. As looking at the 3 closely, he would say, "The one on the right looks small enough to be dinner. If you two don't mind, I'll be taking him first." Leaving Vegito to then look towards Shallot and say, "Well, looks like he's chosen you, kid. Better not disappoint him. Just remember what I told you, though." As with this mysterious,
What are you gonna say? No transformations?
almost coded conversation done with, the feet of Shallot would then begin walking forward. But as he would approach, it would almost seem like it were against his will, letting out a sigh as his hunched body would approach, saying,
Against his will.
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked.
"Let's just get this charade over with. I just have to remember, this is all just a means to an end." As his opponent Mahar in front would get into fighting stance in response, muttering, "So, at least he has some bravery in him. Poor boy, I will make this as quick as I can." As just like that, this very confident large man would already launch himself from the ground to attack first. And within moments, despite his size, would be racing straight for Shallot like a wrecking ball, all while Shallot would just casually continue to walk forward at the same slow pace. But just before impact, Mahar would stop and jump straight over Shallot in one fell swoop, attempting to get a blind spot. And when Shallot would turn around, he would be greeted by the strange sight of Mahar grabbing onto his robes, adorning his waist until... "Finished! You're mine, boy!" Like his robes had a mind of their own and made of infinite fabric, they would suddenly shoot out like a receipt dispenser gone wrong, flying straight towards Shallot. And as the sheets of cloth would come straight for Shallot's skull, even he would be wondering, he's trying to hurt me with clothing? What kind of joke is... But just as he would begin thinking this, the sheets would take an entirely different trajectory, in a flash, moving to come all around his body until... they would suddenly collapse like a boa constrictor and wrap around tightly against Shallot's body, his torso crumpling inwards as they would squeeze against him. Got you! As with it being the plan all along, Maha would yell out in supposed accomplishment. And as he would stare now at his trapped prey, his final words would be, "Now, try and go to sleep early. I don't want to make this pain last any longer than it needs to, boy." As instantly, he would jump into the sky in front of Shallot and begin his true offense. Taking his chance to slam a strike right onto Shallot's cheek, spilling blood immediately. And with Shallot's lack of defense, it would seem the wrapping was effective. The punch clearly having some weight.
Come on, bro. Arj is dragging this shit out, bro. Arj know what he doing, bro. He dragging this shit out. Cause ain't no way this shit should have lasted this long, bro. Ain't no way.
To it, as Shallot's concubine body would then be sent skidding across the stage like trash. But before he could even come to a stop, already that recognizable leg of Maha would be making contact again on the other side. As next, Shallot would be booted sky high with a tremendous soccer kick. Only for Maha to then shoot to catch up with impressive speed and... his next move being to use his sizable head to head...
I'm just not buying it, bro. Buddy is not getting damaged.
But Shallot straight into his spine. As doing what seems like a finishing move, Maha would then come straight above the still flailing Shallot, with his arms tucked behind his head tightly and... with a double-handed slam, Shallot would be pummeled right into the ground for an impactful crash. And as smoke would rise from Shallot's collision, two Saiyans would be watching. Shallot seems to be having fun. As surprisingly, Vegito would just be watching with all smiles, while Kumba, his brother, would remain silent. No worry, no cheers, just a complete poker face.
Kumba ain't saying nothing.
I said go to sleep, boy. But in a dark scene, there would hardly ever be a moment to relax, as from the shadows next to the closed eyes Shallot, a silhouette of Maha would arise. Only to then grab the Saiyan by his wrappings again and... lifting Shallot up like he were nothing, Maha would then toss the Saiyan into the sky like he were a spear, his body instantly breaking the sound barrier, moving at jet-like speeds. You have impressed me, but this will be night. May the ancients guide your soul. As having finished this short prayer, opening his large mouth, Maha would generate black and white energy within it, mixing together to create a volatile ball of pure power until... As expected, he would blast out with perfect accuracy, a beam of violent energy that zooms with speed into the sky and reaches the wrapped corpse of Shallot up top in mere seconds. Guess this is enough. As strangely, when Shallot would notice looking down, it wouldn't quite be a look of fear nor worry on his face, and his words in response would be...
Wait, he probably told them not to show off all their power or some shit, bro.
even stranger.
I absolutely love and trust my doctor at Kaiser Permanente. My provider's going to listen and...
But regardless, the result would be all the same. As the second Mahar's beam would make contact with Shallot, a gigantic explosion would erupt all across the skyline. Good job! As while Vegito and Kumba would watch, lit up by the luminescence of the lingering explosion, the God Killer would still be smiling, and his comment just as strange as Shallot's last words. But when the explosion would finish, leaving dust clouds in the sky to mix in with the natural ones, falling down to the ground would be the still smoking corpse of Shallot. Not a single word nor sound out of him, gaining acceleration as his hair would flow all over his face. Finally, then crashing once more straight onto the hard surface of the stage, harder than...
Bro, you never know what this nigga R's, bro. Like, what are they planning, bro?
He did before.
Some cynical shit.
And though alive, with his groans and closed eyes, unbelievably, Shallot would seem unconscious. He had truly, actually been put to sleep, and after all these years of training, somehow was defeated. One...
Niggas not buying that shit, bro. Nigga not defeated, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Down. My job is done. You two try not to take too long. It's about time for lunch. As finally done, Mahar would take rest as... Well done! I have to admit, I sense something strange about these guys. I was thinking you wouldn't make it back, Mahar, in all honesty.
Oh, he not.
But now I see I was mistaken. As now the glass mirror-like armored second warrior of Hades would then begin storming forward with a renewed confidence, as he would stare forward and proclaim, "The name is Vision, and I see a certain death in my future. I'll take the big guy, if you two don't mind."
Yeah, let me guess, bro gonna lose too? Like, what are they plotting on, bro?
Again, I'm just chopped liver. Seems everybody has forgotten who I am, not just Akobel. Go on, Kumba, you're up. As Vegito, turning to his teammate, would instruct him to go on. And silent, as he was throughout Shallot's fight, Kumba would follow commands, walking forward into the center.
This whole shit is just throwing me off, bro. This shit throwing me off, bro. What is they plotting on, bro?
Leaving Vegito behind. But staring forward, inside he would be thinking, brother, I don't know if I could do what you just did, but I will try. Now face to face with Vision, as Vegito would watch on. You're mine!
Purpose.
As quickly shooting forward, Vision would just expect Kumba to be as light work as Shallot was. But finally, these training Saiyans would show some fruits of their labor, as Kumba would instinctively dodge Vision's speedy punch without a change in expression. And so too it would continue, when Vision would continue on with a barrage of kicks and punches that follow on, each one expertly moved out of the way, leaving after images behind of Kumba's stoic look. But as Kumba would put on this professional showcase, not making a single mistake, Vegito would watch. But from his grimace and groan, for some reason, he would not be happy at all. In fact, he seemed way more happy when he watched Shallot get beat down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That nigga. They definitely fucking told them to lose on purpose. They plotting on something, bro.
What did I tell you? As suddenly he would yell out in pure anger, his voice sounding louder than even Zeus's. I see. As Kumba hearing this would instantly be alerted.
What did he
and
do?
Would even know what he was doing wrong. Here he comes. Turning his sights back to the attacking vision until... Finally, out of nowhere, Vision would strike, landing flush on Kumba's face. The two fighters immediately separating after this, landing on opposite ends of the tournament stage. I knew I would get you eventually, but you're faster than you look. Maybe this body of mine won't be enough to finish you. Not quickly, at least. That's fine, because I have another made just for you.
This job doesn't always feel like a job, but more of a promise.
Another body, what?
A promise that...
As mysteriously, straight from the ground, Vision would summon up a giant mirror, its glimmering reflective surface stunning all eyes that could see. But as he would now walk behind it, the warrior would just mutter, I think it's time you face someone your own size. This guy, you won't be able to dodge. What is... Leaving Kumba confused, as of course in front of him would just be a reflection of himself. It was a mirror after all. What happened? But this shimmering reflection would be destroyed when suddenly the mirror would shatter into a million pieces, forcing Kumba to cover himself immediately. Wait, you are... But as he would slowly pull down his arm, what he would see now in place of the mirror would leave even the calm Kumba stone cold. As standing in front of him, with no sign of Vision anywhere, would be a perfect one-to-one copy of Kumba, his eyes being completely white, like Vision's being the only difference.
And they can't go Super Saiyan.
What is this? This energy signature. It's the same as mine. And finally, Kumba begins speaking, with even him taken aback by Vision's next move. What? You don't like my new look? Bit scary, isn't it? You'll soon find out why Lord Hades selected me. It's not for my own power. It's for my abilities. I can copy any fighter that is in front of me. Your power right now, as you are, is mine to use.
Yeah, bro.
Not even before, elder gods are...
Seen that shit before, bro. I already seen it. Like, we already seen the shit.
Safe from this ability. Now let me show you what you can really do. As after that shocking explanation, Vision would soar straight at Kumba with a vastly improved speed. He's fast! As instantly he would grab onto Kumba, and this time the Saiyan would be nowhere near fast enough to dodge. What are you? As Vision, with his brute strength now gained from Kumba, would begin crushing the skull of the Saiyan. Kumba's cheeks squeezing together as blood would spontaneously drip down his mouth. Letting go quickly to then uppercut the evil Saiyan, this time sending Kumba back for real. Speeding past him to his backside until... I love this body! Before backswing blowing back into the opposite direction. And just like Charlotte before him, his own brother, Cumber too would be sent skidding across the tournament floor, eventually coming to a stop, and unbelievably, from the blank look in his own eyes now, Cumber too would be defeated, and so easily. The years of training seemingly being for nothing.
But why does shit low-key seem kind of familiar, bro? Like, I feel like I've seen this before. Like, people losing on purpose and then something, like, big happening after that. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before, bro.
This is too easy! I can take anyone on with this power! As Vision, now the second warrior of Hades to win, would scream to the skies and stand with confidence. The power boost gained from having Cumber's build clearly being a lot stronger than he had imagined, making it all the more strange the real Cumber was defeated so easily. And as Vision would land back down with Maha in front, the last fighter of Cronoa's team would stand. Ultra Vegito. One weakling left. Question is, who gets dibs? As Maha, looking forward, would have no fears at this point. Don't be so greedy, you fat slob. We've had our fill. Now it's Kobo's turn. Isn't that right, my skinny friend?
The Kia K4 and K5.
At QFC Pharmacy, Care is making it easy to fill your prescriptions. And we accept most...
No! This man is a...
Oh shit! He said some shit. What he know? Yeah, he strike me as like the only one that like he has some like ancient shit, bro. Like some fucking Zenyatta. I don't know.
Demon! A creature not meant to exist. The spirits are telling me we must run. But surprisingly, despite seeing how successful his teammates had been, this masked, dark-skinned man, Kobo, would positively be shuddering. It was like it wasn't Vegito he was envisioning in front, but a totally different monster. Now, what are you boys chattering about over there? This is supposed to be a tournament, right? What's with the hesitation when it comes to me? Before, with a zoom in on the Godkiller's face, he would announce, listen, it's 3v1 now, and I'm obviously going to lose. You may as well put me out of my misery and take me on all at the same time. You know, finish things so Fatso over there can get lunch. And for a moment, after hearing these words, Maha and Vision would stand stunned, not sure if they were dealing with an idiot or someone plain crazy. But Maha would soon turn to his teammate and say, he's got a point, you know. Whether he's bluffing or not, now he is alone. We'd be fools to not attack him all together. It's our best bet in any scenario. Well, since he asked, let's do it then. I've yet to show what this body can really do anyway.
Please turn
and
back.
After slamming his
please turn back, bro. I don't like bro in like his body and shit. Like that body switch shit. I had enough of that shit with fucking Captain Ginyu, bro. Please go back.
Fist into his palm to ready himself. the three warriors of Hades, including the scared Kobo, would begin approaching. After all, they had no other choice. No! As the leader Maha would then yell to begin and... Just like that, all three would throw caution to the wind and launch at the God Killer with their three fists, pulled back together, ready to finish Vegito.
It's over, bro. That sound like hit shit, bro. Yo, she taught this nigga some time move. It's fucking over, bro. It's over, bro. She taught this nigga some time skip abilities. Oh, fuck no, bro. Raps, bro. It is raps.
But for some reason, the minute they would get close, they would stop completely. And seemingly not by their own volition. What is this? And immediately, Vision would yell, his body not moving at all, continuing, "This is no normal paralysis. I feel like time has stopped."
This nigga was already strong as fuck, bro. You gave this nigga time. Nah, bro. Hey, bro. Nah. Nah, bro.
This must be the Elder God of Time's ability! Cronoa! This is cheating, Lord Hades! Do something! But quickly standing and shrugging her shoulders, Cronoa would respond, "Sorry, but this isn't me at all. I promise. Maybe turn your attention to your opponent." Freeze! This is a stick-up! As...
Oh my god, this is a stick. Chill out. How the fuck did he get those eyes, though? I mean, training with Cronoa, of course. But I wouldn't think he would be able to get that shit. 100 years, yeah, that shit'll do it, bro. That'll do it.
This is a stick-up! As unbelievably, Vegito, unlike his peers, would reveal what his training had accomplished. With his signature grin, his red eyes would now be adorned by a certain symbol. The same that Whis had when he was given Cronoa's powers. Ultra Vegito could now control time. And instantly commotion and gasps of awe would ring all across the tournament stands, each of the Elder Gods stunned at the mortal making use of Elder God abilities. So, this is the God Killer. And it would seem
the real God Killer.
Even the fighters would be watching on closely, as Ardos, watching intently from his quarters, would be equally surprised. But before long, with a literal snap of his wrist, Vegito would remind us of his android origins, as his hand would literally detach. Say hello to my little friend. As in an unexpectedly disgusting...
Oh, what the fuck? This nigga got a sword. Chill out, bruh.
Fashion, sliding out in a layer of viscous slime. A cell tail would emerge. But not just any, but one with a violently long, needly end. Almost like a blade in itself until... In a mere frame, hundreds if not thousands of slashes would be unleashed on the frozen vulnerable warriors. So fast, their bodies would still appear to be in one piece. Oh, how I missed the smell of fresh blood.
There you go.
But when that crimson red liquid would spray everywhere, including over Vegito's own smiling face, sorry, maybe I went a little too far. All over the ground would be puddles of blood and the dismembered body parts of the former fighters of Hades. The gore, though, would not be ending there, when suddenly the end of Cell's tail would open completely up and, like a hoover, in one horrific display, everything would be sucked straight into the tail. Every body part, every drop of blood, their whole existences sweep into Vegito. And just like that, the Cell
tail got a vacuum. This nigga got a vacuum cleaner now, bro.
Tail would retract back, and Vegito's hand would snap into place. A grin, with his new eyes letting out. Well, Zeus, I think that's the end of round 4. Who's the strongest Vegito now? Water! Ha 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 ha! Now, that's my God Killer!
Oh, that's my God Killer too, man. Hey.
Now, that's my God Killer! As in a final badass scene, as Vegito would walk away smirking. The grounds, in the stands, the fighters' quarters, from left to right, Hades, Zeus, Aquabel, Omni Vegito, Cronoa, Ardos, and an excited Genesis would all watch on after the...
man, Arj know what he be doing with these cliffhangers, dog.
The ultimate statement was made from the man himself. Just how will this tournament go next week, now that the legendary
Why do you do it to me? I just sat down. I was at the beginning of the vid. Now it's over, bro. Alright, bro. Alright, y'all. That's the end of this vid.